Good morning, everyone. My topic for today's presentation is management of mechanical complication in implant-supported overdenture. So, dental implant are preferred and predictable treatment modality for rehabilitating a partially and completely edentulous patient. With a comprehensive surgical planning and prosthetic planning, optimal placement, and proper maintenance of the implant, it has been reported to have a high success rate. And for completely edentulous patient, two implant supported overdenture has been recommended as minimum standard of care, and it is most cost effective option for the completely edentulous patient. Von Steenberg reported a 98% of success rate in 52 months, and Utter et al. Reported a 100% of cumulative success rate for overdenture for 15 years, with the longevity of prosthesis being 10 plus or minus 5 years for the implant, for the prosthesis. Even though with such a high success rate, implants do fail because of many reasons. There are various classifications which are given by various authors, among which there is one mechanical complication which we are going to focus in today's case report. So Bergwijn et al. Reported 4 to 10 times higher incidence of prosthetic complication with implant-supported overdenture as compared to implant-fixed prosthesis. Amongst the mechanical complications, prosthesis screw loosening and abutment screw fracture are important. Now we are starting with our case report. A patient named Mr. Suresh Diwan, 61-year male patient, reported with a chief complaint of ill-fitting lower denture. He gave history of implant placement in a mandibular anterior region for implant-supported overdenture 5 years ago. He has a history of smoking since last 30 years, and intraoral examination revealed that his oral hygiene maintenance practice is not good. He gave us a OPG which show a 2 implant in a mandibular anterior region. Preoperative radiograph shows a fracture abutment screw fragment in both the implants. Preoperative radiograph was checked to confirm the placement for the remaining fracture fragment of abutment screw in the implant. So diagnosis was a fracture implant abutment screw in both the implants. So there are various factors that are responsible for the fracture of this abutment screw, that is intensity, frequency, direction of a force, contact area, and biomechanics of the prosthesis. Now there are various treatment options which were presented to the patient. First option was no treatment. Second option was a retrieval of a fracture screw and placement of a new attachment of the same implant and fabrication of a new prosthesis. Third option presented was a fabrication of a simple complete denture over a sleeper implant. Option 4 was explantation of an implant and placement of new implant and fabrication of a new prosthesis. But patient opted for the option number 2, that is retrieval of a fracture screw, placement of new attachment on the same implant, and fabrication of a new prosthesis. Now we started with a retrieval of a fracture screw. First, we tried a conservative method, that is use of probe and scaler to remove a fracture fragment of the screw. But all this conservative method failed. So we shifted to the screw removal kit. We use a EFR kit from the ostium to retrieve the screw. First, we clinically observe the location of a fracture fragment in the patient's mouth. Then we move ahead with the placement of a drill guide, which will guide the drill, and at the same time, it will prevent the damage to the internal threads of the implants. So first, we use a central bit drill, then SR, that is screw retrieval drill. This screw retrieval drill, nothing but it will create a notch on the upper surface of the abutment, fracture abutment screw, so that we will engage a SR tip to remove a fracture fragment. See, this is a SR tip which engaged in a notch which is created by the drill, and a fracture fragment was retrieved from the implant. Similarly, a fracture fragment was retrieved from the other implant. And this is a post-operative photograph after retrieval of both the fracture screws. This is a radiographic variation of a verification of a complete retrieval of a fracture screw fragment. And again, the integrity of an internal thread was checked with the placement of a new abutment in the same implants. After that, we shifted to the prosthetic phase. And prosthetic phase, first thing was a risk assessment index. A SAC tool was used to assess the risk. In this case, it was advanced. An impression was made in the patient. A jaw relation was recorded, and the framework trial was done in the patient. To reduce the flexural forces acting on the mandibular denture because of the uneven occlusal plane of a maxillary teeth, we chose this option of a metal framework reinforcement in this patient. Then teeth arrangement was done, and we tried to do a balancing in this case just because to stabilize the prosthesis and at the same time to decrease the uneven forces on the mandibular denture. This is trying. After trying, we have done a space analysis so that we choose a correct size and correct type of abutment for this patient. After proper space analysis, we again check the integrity of an internal thread before placing a new abutment in the patient. This internal thread integrity was checked by the Burness silicon index, where we used an orthodontic wire and we injected a light body material in the implant, and we checked this integrity on the light body which was injected in the implant. After which we shifted to the placement of a new attachment for the patient, and this is a radiographic evaluation for the fit of the attachment. After checking the fit of the attachment radiographically, we pick up the metal housing in a metal housing with the silicone cap in the final denture, and we delivered a final denture to the patient. And this is a post-operative external photograph of the patient. Since the oral hygiene practice of the patient was not proper, we advised him regular recall visit and hygiene maintenance protocol. We suggested him a professional maintenance as well as a at-home care. In professional maintenance, we instructed him about the oral hygiene methods, different oral hygiene method, chlorhexagluconate oral topical agent, and detailed examination of prosthesis, intraoral, extraoral prosthetic component, patient education at the regular time. And at home maintenance, a patient was educated about the oral hygiene practices. He advised about the brushing and cleaning the restoration twice daily, use of different oral hygiene aids, and advised to remove the restoration while sleeping, prosthesis while sleeping, and prosthesis should be stored in a prescribed cleaning solution. So we, during fabrication of prosthesis, we have done analysis of the fracture abutment screw, and we will came to a probable causes of the fracture of the abutment screw, which include first, it might be because of the unbalanced forces on the denture due to uneven occlusal plane of the maxillary teeth, which led to a non-axial stresses on the implant abutment interface. This could be a reason. And second reason, which we thought it may be because of the flexural forces which occur because of the excessive bending at the implant abutment interface. Then inadequate application of torque may be the one reason for the screw loosening, and continuous use of the prosthesis after loosening of the screw may lead to a fracture of the screw. Fourth reason may be because of the inadequate space for the prosthetic component, which has led to the fracture of the abutment screw, and improper selection of attachment. So to address all these factors, we try to do some changes in the new prosthesis. First thing was the unbalanced forces which led to non-axial stresses. To minimize the amount of this non-axial stresses, we try to balance the occlusion in this patient. Second thing, to decrease the flexural forces on the acrylic prosthesis, we use a CAD/CAM fabricated metal framework to reinforce the mandibular denture. Third, the inadequate application of torque was thought to be a reason for the loosening and fracture of the screw. So we use a pre-torquing of the abutment and proper application of the torque. Fourth, the prosthetic space analysis. So we evaluated prosthetic space, and then only we chose the prosthesis chose the abutment for this patient. And fifth was the improper selection of attachment could be the factor for responsible for the failure of the prosthesis. So we had done a fractographic analysis for this patient. So SEM analysis of the fractured screw reveal many defect on the screw surface. And we have also done a SEM analysis of random unused screw from the other companies to check and compare the surfaces of the screws. So we have seen the many defect on the fracture screw. So to summarize this case, the burning problem that all the implantologists are confronted today is a complication and failures occurring with the treatment of implant. The aim of the prosthodontic management is to diagnose the etiology and factors which are associated with failures, so that it will allow the early intervention, it will minimize the injury, and at the same time it will increase the prognosis of the prosthesis. Thank you so much.